Foreign aid by country. Who's getting the most and how much? Maybe we should do a practice session show where I just sit here and
Yeah, we could do a rehearsal.
rehearsal, push the button.
It's not like you're in the military and you don't do rehearsals or anything.
Did I hear push the button?
Oh,
the button.
yeah,
Hey!
right. Woo!
I
We
was
were just talking about
I was
you there.
just crying about not being able to run everything, Jimmy.
God damn it.
Freaking the rehearsals that I hated was when we were going with you guys.
Yeah.
We had to move with you. So like if you did the little lines on the floor, we did the big hanger and put tape down on the floor and everybody walk around. We'd have to walk around behind. We didn't know what we were doing. You guys you do your thing. We're like, okay.
Just follow along. Shut up. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's exactly. I can't tell how many times I said that. I know you don't understand, but just shut your mouth and just follow along.
Okay. Oh, all right.
All right.
Foreign aid by country. Who's getting the most and how much? Why?
Yeah.
Updated for 2024. Here's where U.S. foreign aid is going and how it is being used. Despite its strong association with the federal budget, foreign aid isn't just money. It's anything one country donates or provides for the benefit of another country, which means the United States and the entire rest of the world, literally. This can be money. However, foreign aid can also include goods such as food or technical support. Ask how Somalia fared with that when the warlords kept all of the food at the ports. That's what happened. That's what Gothic Serpent was all about. Most American foreign aid funds go through the U.S. Agency for International Development. Remember this name, USAID, U.S. Agency for International Development. I'm about to show you where the shell money is. Okay? This is what I told you before the show. I said I found some shit that's going to piss you off. USAID is the vehicle.
All right.
We've previously explained foreign aid and covered some popular foreign aid myths and facts. We're fact-checking now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at who receives the most foreign aid and how the U.S. is contributing to much-needed development and humanitarian activities throughout the world. These people haven't developed in 3,000 years. They're not going to develop.
Let it be.
Leave it alone.
And the countries in Africa that are actually partially developed were all colonized. The ones that weren't colonized are bare bones shitholes.
Yes.
By our standard.
Ukraine was the breadbasket
of Europe.
Yep. It is a fertile, productive country with some of the oldest cities. Odessa is where the Rus, the Russian Vikings, that's where they sailed out of. Kyiv has been there for fucking ever. Kyiv is older than Moscow by quite a bit.
Well, once they nuke Ukraine, then Europe will starve.
Ukraine is getting all of our foreign aid on top of our military aid, on top of NATO aid, on top of UN aid. Oh, what's going on there?
On top of other countries directly donating to them as well.
A couple of months ago, I was helping a guy in Maine whose family had founded a small university in Maine, and the woke troops had his family name removed because somebody in his family had a slave or something at one point in time, or said something about eugenics. I can't remember what it was, but he was doing the research on that, and the school got this endowment, and that's what brought the woke people in and everything. So I chased that down for him. I was giving him a little bit of sidebar legal help, and I ran the money down, and get this, $2 million suddenly became available through a recent immigrant to the state who was a wealthy Ukrainian benefactor. Well, and then I discovered a bunch of other universities who had all just benefited from wealthy Ukrainian benefactors. They're funneling it through the small universities back into the states, back into the hands of the wealthy. That's the shell game that's going on here. That's why you're looking at this map here and seeing Ukraine with $15 billion being funneled to it, and all these other countries down here. Israel, of course, is always at the top of the list, but right now it's Ukraine. They're the popular kids on the block. What's really disturbing is when you do this.
Oh, fancy.
This is foreignassistance.gov. Again, all of the links.
Open source.
Open source. Yeah, this is theirs. You can download this data and play with it too if that's your thing. If I had more time, I would. But look at all of this. Basically, the whole world, with a couple of exceptions, is getting the United States money.
Yep.
Look at it. Why are we giving
Money to
China
China.
$897,000? It's $897,000. So that's a small amount, but
still,
why? Are we
why?
giving China?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's gain of function.
Could be.
Yeah. India.
Half of India is here already. They live in Cleveland and in Sterling Heights now.
Now, listen, I don't have a problem with India.
No, but
People
go be
from
Indian
India,
in
but
India.
we don't need to be sending them our goddamn money. Look at Africa.
2.5 million obligated to Ireland. That piqued my interest because it's the only UK country getting any of the money. Note that there's no other countries in that area getting any money, right?
Yep.
Right now, the United Nations and WEF are invading Ireland with Africans with the intent of exterminating the native Irish people. That's what's going on right now. If you look on Twitter, you can see tons of it. So what's going on there in Ireland? Oh, wait, the U.S. Agency for International Development is managing that money for Ireland. And I went and looked at that part there. Hang on.
Yeah.
There's a search bar here. Oh, there it is. U.S. aid from the American people.
Are you sharing that screen or just reading it?
There
it is.
Let's type in Ireland, kiddies, and push the button. Administrator Samantha Powers of USAID,
A chick,
meets with Taoiseach of Ireland, Simon Harris. Don't try to pronounce Irish unless you know how to pronounce Irish. It'll just hurt your fucking head. Today, Administrator Samantha Power spoke with Taoiseach of Ireland's Simon Harris. They discussed the dire humanitarian crises in Gaza and Sudan, emphasizing strong concerns about the worsening scale and severity of human needs. So what's happening is we're giving money to Ireland. They're giving money to Africa, where they use some of it to feed the Africans and breathe. Remember the whole feed the world thing back in the 80s?
Yeah.
We are the world.
Yeah,
We are the children.
Again, they're weaponizing compassion against us.
What they did was breed all of those Africans to dump into our countries because the United Nations UN Population Replacement Migrant Program, which they say is a lie, but I found on UN servers in 2009 that had been there since 1997.
Wow.
The dates were there.
Uh-huh.
They bred the human carpet bombs that are being dropped on us right now. And this is how they do it. They move money around in all of these countries here.
And listen, since we are providing a lion's share of this money, you can trace where it's going and you can prosecute everyone fucking involved. And if there's a nonprofit involved in this, pull their ticket, take away their nonprofit status. Because literally, they're getting away with fucking genocide against the Western nations.
The national debt is the money that the federal government owns us. We are the creditors. At the end of the day, the federal government cannot make any money except off of tariffs, which is the way that the country was run when we began.
Yes.
All of the other money comes from us one way or another through taxes or our labor. We are the creditors. The federal government are the debtors in this situation. Once you get that into your head, you start to realize just how nefarious this really is. There are 15,000 activities going on here in 210 countries and regions around the world.
Wow.
What possible reason could we have to be involved in all of those countries? This doesn't even make sense strategically. It
makes sense if you just want to eradicate the United States.
Yes. Drain off
its
its wealth.
Subjugate the entire planet.
drain off its wealth and put it in the hands of a small group of people who may or may not be concentrated around places like Davos,
Yes.
Brussels, Rome, Washington, D.C., or London.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Probably Paris.
I mean, if I was going to take over the world and I had unlimited funds, this is how I would do it.
Yeah. It's a perfect shell game. Look at the damn map.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.